When I was a child, I grew up listening to stories of the lions, the tigers, the elephants, and all the animals, big and small. I grew up watching the Jungle Book, the Tarzan, and admiring the man and the wild, wild world. As I grew up seeing the destruction of the wild and humans taming the wild animals. I grew up unable to understand why man wants to conquer the wild. I grew up thinking why the wild is threatened. Why is the ecology disturbed? Why does man interfere in the lives of animals? Recently, I visited a habitat created for the elephants. At first, I was a little apprehensive about visiting this place. But after the visit, I was very astonished and left with a thought. Is it the man in the animal's world? Or is it the animal in the man's world? My mother and I set out on a weekend getaway from Bengaluru. We share similar interests of traveling and being in nature. We traveled to Shimoga, which is 300 kilometers from Bengaluru. Being in Karnataka, our first go-to destination is Western Ghats. Malenadu is always a treat during the rainy season. A visit to Western Ghats is a must for any nature lover to soak themselves into nature's beauty. Karnataka's Western Ghats and districts of Shimoga, Coorg and Chikmagaluru always welcome tourists from all over the country. Western Ghats are abundant with rain, thick forest, varieties of birds and animals, rivers, waterfalls, mountains, dams, plantations. Many people highly recommend Sakrebailu as a place to visit around Shimoga. Also, I got to know that it was an experiential space to be with elephants. I became curious about this place, although I don't wish to see animals in captivity. My earliest memory of seeing the elephant very closely was at circus or in a zoo. I didn't really appreciate that. I always believed that wild animals are supposed to be in the forests, not in the cities. Before visiting Sakrebailu, I researched a bit about what the place provides for elephants. But only after visiting, I understood the need for such habitats. When I got a bit deeper, I understood a little about the necessity of a man in animals' world. Elephants do need such habitats. Sakrebyle Elephant Camp is situated amidst the lush greenery of the Western Ghats. Generally, at first glance, Sakrebailu appears like any other tourist attraction. I am glad that I chose to visit and got a little insight into the world of elephants and the purpose of Sakrebailu. The camp is an initiative by Karnataka state government to shelter elephants that are in need of human caring. These elephants live in the camp and get to mingle with other elephants in the wilderness too. After their morning rituals in the camp, they are left in the Shimoga-Thirthahalli forest. There are elephants of all ages here. Totally around 25 elephants are in this Sakrebyle Elephant Camp. The typical day starts with all the elephants coming to bathe in the backwaters of Tunga river. After bathing, they are well fed by the mahouts who are their designated caretakers. This camp is an experiential space. Tourists can plan a day visit or even a stay in the jungle lodges and resorts. Children and adults are quite excited about being so close to the elephants. Visitors can assist the caretakers while bathing the elephants. They can go as close as scrubbing them under the supervision of the assigned caretaker. Each elephant is accompanied by a mahout, and everything about that elephant is taken care of only by him. There is an established connection between the two. I was very eager to know what this arrangement is about. Is there any particular reason why every elephant is assigned their own caretaker? I understood that elephants are as sensitive as humans in their behavior. They need the love and care which can comfort them, especially when in such habitats. The bonding that is established by their caretaker is very, very important. Every caretaker is specially trained for this purpose, right from giving them a bath, feeding them, establishing a connection with their assigned elephant. They receive training in each and every aspect of elephants. Love and affection can win anyone's heart. Even the wild elephants respond so well to their caretakers. You may have this thought just like I did. Why do elephants need care in a place like this when they can be in the wilderness or in the forest? Spending some time in Sakrebyle Elephant Camp gave me insight into the necessity of such camps. Many elephants stray from their herds, or some of them are left behind by the herd due to multiple reasons. Such lone elephants find it very, very difficult to live in the wild. Many elephant calves also get lost from their mothers and from the herd during migration. Elephants being very sensitive in nature, their survival in the wild becomes difficult in such situations, especially safeguarding themselves from the threat of hunters and poachers. I'm glad that after a thorough research on the behavioral patterns of elephants, the need for conservation was created. The government of Karnataka and the Forest Department together created a habitat for the elephants, Sakrebailu. The objective is preservation and protection for elephants. Along with the elephants that stray from their herds, they nurture aged elephants that have lived in temples for a very long time. Many temples cannot take care of the elephants in the present situation due to rising cost, lack of facilities. Such elephants cannot be abandoned or sent back to the forest as they cannot survive in the wild.
Nandu Bangalore, proper Hubballi, adare Bangalore.
I met Raghavendra, a majestic tusker who is around 30 years old. He has come from the Mantralaya temple to stay in this rehabilitation center.
Okay, sir. Hi, Madi. That is Anwar giving bath to Raghavendra. Yeah, the elephant's name is Raghavendra. And
also, some of the calves here are offsprings of the elephants that are in the camp. They have their own ecosystem and periodically integrate themselves in the wilderness of the nearby forests. The need of the man in animals' life is as important as animals in our lives. Many organizations are working hand in hand with the local governments, not just in India but all over the world, to conserve and protect the elephants and the forests. The government of Karnataka and the Forest Department have established many such camps like Sakrebailu. The government of Karnataka also provides stay facilities adjacent to prominent forest areas. The online bookings for these jungle lodges and resorts can be done prior to your visit. I have explored most of the western Ghats, climbed many mountains and crisscrossed on all the roads and Ghats. But visiting Sakrebailu was an experience like never before. It was very insightful. I recommend this place to everyone. Adults and children can experience the joy of being in nature and understand the beautiful ecosystem. Sakrebailu, a habitat created for elephants, is not a place of recreation, but it's a place that gives opportunity for man to interact and understand the life of elephants, their caretakers, and experiential space itself. Phantom says, "It's never too late. Life is so beautiful. There is so much to experience. There is so much to explore."